back, you lovely winners, to this, the FIFA 17 Manchester United career mode. And guys, if you would so humbly do me the favor, because I'm begging you, I am on my knees just gargling the hog of YouTube right now, to smash out that like button. Can we get comments down below? If you can't think of anything, leave the hashtag #FistMeYouTube, because apparently that's where YouTube's going right now, and I'm just playing the game. So please, let me know that my whoring is doing something. Let me be able to tell my parents that they've raised a good young whore. Alright, I don't know where this is going. Anyway, let's get into the career mode. In this one, we got cups. We got cups galore. First, we're going up against the likes of Leeds in the FA Cup. Then we have the supple young boys in Europa. The second league, sorry, I got lost there. And thirdly, but not lastly, EFL Cup Final up against Stoke. Oh, a team that we have had trouble with in this career mode a little bit. You know, they're kind of a little bit of my bogey team, so should be interesting there, as well as in real life. Damn you, Joe Allen. Damn you and your Welsh brilliance. But first, let's go up against brilliant FA Cup graphics here. Loving it. Just, you know, it massages my eyes to see something a little bit different than the, you know, I love the neon of the Premier League, but it's just nice to see something a little bit different, and it gets me more immersed in this. Of course, player to watch David De Gea, because he's a fine young gentleman. As you can see, a couple of second teamers in here: Kurt Zouma, Jonathan Tah, Heung-min Son, and Keisuke Honda. But you know, besides that, a lot of the usual suspects: Draxler, Griezmann, Bellerin getting another start, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. On the lead side, I don't really recognize all too many people, except for Rob Green, who I remember for spilling a tepid Clint Dempsey shot into the back of his own net, which was an amazing day as a United States fan, I must say. But let's go ahead and get into this match early on. Wood with the banger from distance, but gonna take a little bit more to beat the Spaniard between the sticks. And then this is what I do in the midfield. Don't play the triangles, and the CPU cheats a little. This is a little tip I'm going to give to you. If you know you see the pass going, don't point in that direction. Point in the opposite direction, and then point and change it in the last second, because the computer will actually lean to the right way. As you do that, opens up a little bit of the space. Zlatan Ibrahimovic using his strength to peel off of his defender. It is up against Leeds, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like a pretty easy stroll in the park. Be patient. You know, don't force any passes. Hopefully, if you have the better players like we do in this Manchester United team, they make the you know, the intelligent runs, the runs that you need from there. And Zlatan up against, you know, a Leeds team. Gonna be doing, of course, Leeds, you know, proud tradition. They used to be one of the greats, you know, in the English Premiership, but unfortunately have fallen on poor financial standing, and it shows. You know, they had to sell a lot of the big players. They've been relegated a couple of times. They're basically stuck in the lower leagues of, you know, they're stuck in the lower leagues of English football. Hopefully they get better, you know, for Russell Crowe's sanity, who's a big-time fan, apparently, that they do improve. Maybe, you know, a potential Road to Glory candidate. You know, I have been reading up a little bit on them, wink, Road to Glory, maybe in the second half. You know, maybe in a little bit of 2017. Leave in the comments down below if you would like that as well. And Heung-min Son going ahead doing the big man dance. A little bit of tribute to Zwayback over there. And this was, I ain't gonna front, this was an easy stroll in the park, lads. But look at this, doing it. Chris Woods just does nothing but dribble in a straight line. Gets past Jonathan Tah, that's a little bit disconcerting. And then wide left, absolutely wide open. Where was Bellerin in that situation? You know, a little bit of nitpicky, but points of concern to see here. But going forward, it was tight. Zlatan Ibrahimovic felt comfortable enough to even attempt an audacious jet. Now Griezmann trying to link up back in. Should have been 3 there on the edge of halftime, but we'll take 2-0. And yeah, it was basically a luxury cruise line in this match. You know, not all too much to really pressure us, to really concern Zlatan linking up with Saul. All the love to Heung-min Son. Put it away! And then in the second half, I felt like there was a little bit of a malaise. We were kind of just, you know, just going through the motions. There wasn't all too much compelling me in the second half to push too far forward. But then, Saul went ahead and woke us up right there. Beautiful tackle in the midfield to win the ball back. We're in the counter. Saul once again linking up with Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the overlap. Draxler. Lovely. It was the midfield. You can see it in this. It was the midfield that won us, man. The midfield of Leeds just could not compete with the world-class quality that we have at Manchester. you know, Julian Draxler, Pogba, freaking in that midfield. You know, Keisuke Honda, Saul. All of these cats. Look, we're bringing in Ander Herrera and Pogba off of the bench. It's not even fair. Not up against this quality. I appreciate all you Leeds fans out there, but look at this. Pogba absolutely skins his defender, wrong sides him, keeps his pants down, and then spanks the keeper over and over. It's 4-0, ladies and gents. And this is to be expected when you play, you know, a lower league as Manchester United. These are the results that you expect. FA Cup, you're going to play against lower competition. And this is exactly what you expect from a world-class team. You hold them down and you just penetrate them repeatedly until they yell rape. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much all you got to do right there. Not too much to be said. Zlatan looking good with the man bun. Once again, linking up with his Korean. A little bit shaky in the back. A little bit. Just, you know, there was... Oh, what? The last one was an own goal? How was the last one in... How was... On what planet was that an own goal? Well, they just stole one away from Pogba, apparently. But Zlatan Ibrahimovic netting the man of the match. We advance into the FA Cup. They did well. They actually had more shots on target and didn't get as dominant as usual, but it felt easy. It was a pretty easy one. And as you see, we're going to move on. And Chelsea lost in this round. So I couldn't really see who that was that were playing. It was like Nottingham Forest or Rotterdam? Maybe? I can't remember. But anyway, let's go ahead. We sim forward. And we're going up against Young Boys. Of course, in the previous episode, we went up against them away. And we scored 2 away goals up against the Swiss boys. So it's going to take a lot for them to try to get back into this. Especially, you know, when the Theatre Dream's a very tough place to play. You know, rainy night in Manchester. These are the nights that stories are told about, you know. These are the nights that someone can make a difference. Of course, for the Young Boys, I don't really know anyone except Mavogo, who's a very talented, you know, young Swiss keeper. If you want to go ahead and get a good young keeper, go ahead and check him out. Because I think I did actually showcase him in the best young keepers. If you want to go ahead and check that out, I'll leave a link to that at the end of the video. As well as, I just did a pack opening, guys. Over the weekend, it was just too juicy. I just saw all the great players that people were packing in those 100k packs. And I opened up way too many of them. I made a lot of poor life choices, guys. So if you want to go ahead and check that, I most humbly ask that you do. I'll leave a link to that at the end of the video as well. Now, Griezmann and Embolo, who was the star of the previous episode, going ahead trying to get his assist on here, thought he would show better because he absolutely ransacked Young Boys in the previous one. If you haven't checked that one out, it was the audacity of that young man. He basically just looked like a bulldozer up against twigs. He was just pinging everybody off of him. There was nothing to. He was a juggernaut. And then, in this match though, he wasn't able to really, he went a little bit missing, I'm not going to lie. I couldn't find him in the right positions. When he did have the ball, he didn't really impose himself, and we were lax. And I think it was because we've become lax, man. We're cruising in the English Premier League. We've been cruising in this competition as well, and we absolutely doused Leeds in the last game. So I thought that we could actually just show up and they would just hand us the win. But that wasn't going to be the case, man. Now it's starting to get a little bit interesting until it doesn't. 82nd minute though. It seems like it's a quick jump in the edit, but it was nervy. It was nervy for a while. They only needed to get one more, and then they would have been tied up on aggregate, and we probably would have gone into overtime. And it's not what I want. Especially remember that these 3 matches take place, I believe, over the course of 7 days. So we only have 2 days or 2 to 3 days in between each one to rest up. So I wanted to get the big players. I wanted to get the big players in, score the goal, finish this off, and then just put in the second teamers. But it wasn't the case. Young Boys actually made it interesting. Could have pushed us even further, but Anthony Martial, with that serial murder face of his, just goes ahead, lays in the dagger, and twists it into the the young Swiss team. And could we find a second here? 90th minute. Mkhitaryan gets taken down. Hopefully he's not all too bad, but that will be it ladies and gents, once again. This one a little bit, a little bit more difficult than, our bout up against Leeds, but it's lower competition, guys. Let's be honest. This young boys team, they really are just a bunch of young boys playing up against men. Rashford going ahead and getting man of the match. Hopefully get him a little bit more playtime. I feel like I haven't featured him enough. He's kind of disappeared, kind of like he has in IRL Manchester. But it's good to note that these kids are like 19, 20. Anthony Martial, I don't think he's not even like 21 yet. Like all these kids, we got a lot of time. I'm in this for the long haul, guys. And as you can see right there, young boys came at us. 10 shots, 6 on target. Well done on them, but we do vanquish them as we go into our final matchup against this. Our first shot at legit silverware, the EFL Cup at historic Wembley Stadium. A rainy day at Wembley Stadium. As you can see, Stoke had a pretty easy go of it. They defeated Nottingham Forest and then defeated Sunderland to earn their place in the cup final. Us, on the other hand, just defeated Manchester City in order to get here, so we are a little bit more battle tested. But as I said earlier, Stoke, a little bit of a bogey team for us. And as you can see, the crowd, a lot of Stoke fans turning out at Wembley. Jackie Butts, if you know anything about Ultimate Team, Jack Butland, arguably the best keeper in the game. The big man up top, Wilfred Boney. And they got a solid midfield. Shaqiri, Arnautovic are very, very, pacey, good, strong wingers, as well as Embolo is very strong in the middle. Boyan, always a creative, force. And then, of course, rhyming accidentally, we have Mark Hughes, the ex-Manchester United man, as their gaffer. And as you can see, for us, I decided to start mostly the second team in the back line. We just didn't have the stamina in this one, so we had to go with Saul, Son, Honda, and in the back, this is going to be key here, Jonathan Tah and Zuma, and then Mattiello. I wanted them to step up, but look at this, Mattiello a little bit out of position, goes ahead, tries to cut off Diouf, gets wrong-sided by him, cuts in the middle, too easy. Wilfred Boney goes ahead. Oh, where did the marking go? Mattiello gets turned to the wrong side, forcing, I believe it was a Jonathan Tah or Zuma to come out of position, to help him out, which frees up a bit of space. But then, the over pursuit, just everything went out of whack after Mattiello couldn't deal with the far ball onto the wing there, and we are now down 1-0. Saul trying to link up with Draxler. Could our midfield pull us back as they've been doing this whole entire time? Zlatan Ibrahimovic fires the shot. Probably should have gone in for the through ball. And then Whelan gets wrong, hits on the right side of our defenders. They're absolutely shambolic in the back right now. I was on full tilt, running on skates. But then, on the overlap, here comes Hung Min Son! And his finishing in this career mode has been some of the worst that I've ever had. I've never had a player get into more, I'm speechless. Speaking of players getting into great positions, Wilfred Boney absolutely... Oh my god, he put him on a whirly derby. Look at this. I believe it's Kurt Zuma gets wrong-sided and is just tucking. He's trying to give... What are you trying to do? Are you trying to give Wilfred Boney a wedgie? Just goes ahead and tries to throw him off by whispering in his ear, apparently. And we are now down 2-0 on the edge of halftime. Zlatan just dilly down on the front, but absolutely squeaks his way in. Draxler, excellent opportunity, but cannot get anything onto it. And then still, a little bit of overlap. Thankfully, the ref calling it maybe advantageously a little bit early. Now Charlie Adam trying to go ahead, do a little bit of cheekiness, flip it into the middle. Arnautovic now on the. As you can see, this is all Stoke going on right in this portion of the game. Diouf trying to get onto it, but David De Gea keeping us in this match. Surely down 3-0. There was no way of coming back. Flipping it into the middle. Honda cannot clear properly to Peters. Boney with a hat trick in the EFL final finds Manchester United down 3-0. And that was pretty much... Was that pretty much all that you wrote? 82nd minute. Gets taken down in the box. 7 minutes left. Surely not. 3 goals, 7 minutes. Why not? Why not? Let's go. This is Manchester United. We've come back from worse odds, man. We have come back. This is what Manchester United is known for. They never quit. They never quit until the game is finished. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. This is the EFL Cup. I realize that. But can we get something going? 87th minute now. Julian Draxler. Look. Brilliant run from Griezmann. He finishes. Run. Get the ball. And it somehow took me away. I did not want to do this. I wanted to grab the ball immediately. I mean, brilliant run by him. Incisive, scything run. Delivers it. Jamie Vardy-esque finish. Run onto it and just bang it, my son, on his left foot. Good to see Griezmann onto the scoreboard. But now we only have 3 minutes left. 3 minutes to salvage this and put this into overtime. Saul, one last chance. And that would be it. You can see how much this means to the Stoke fans. You know, they just wanted it. They really just wanted it more. It's as simple as that. We got lackadaisical. We showed up to this thinking, you know, we're the better team. We were the better team up against Leeds. We were the better team up against Young Boys. And that, you know, that confidence, that swagger, it just couldn't carry us past Stoke, who walked up to us, the big bully in the park, and just punched us in the mouth. They just Buster Douglas us, you know. And this is, you could argue that the EFL Cup doesn't matter. You know, it's like, whatever, who cares? But to get to any final and lose, this one stung, man. This really was a sucker punch match. I didn't expect this. To lose, and to lose in this fashion, it's one way to lose, you know, like 1-0, get frustrated, can't do anything. But for Stoke to put up 3 on us, to batter us the way that we batter teams, it was eye-opening, man. It was eye-opening, and I don't know. A lot of questions can be asked. You know, obviously my stick skills weren't the best in this, but you know, I have to beg the question. You know, if we have Shaw out there, does he let in those attacks? If Bailey and Smalling were out there, could we have done better? We'll see. I think I got to take these cup matches a little bit more seriously. I thought, you know, arrogantly that, you know, the second seed was good enough to beat the likes of Stoke, and it just shows the parity of the English Premier League. But anyway, guys, that is it. Sadly, I have to end it off on this note as we watch, you know, Stoke Alone. Good on them, boys. I'm going to give them a golf clap. They beat me fair and square. Raise a little bit of silverware in our faces. But, yeah, that's how I have to end it on this one. If you need a little bit of pick-me-up from this downer, I most humbly ask that I just, you know, I don't really do all too much FUT stuff, but over the weekend, the Cyber Monday weekend, I went ahead and opened up so many 100K packs, 4 walkouts, and I did it with my girlfriend who gave me a little bit of her luck. She has got way better luck on me, so go ahead, check that out. It's pretty funny. Go ahead and click right over there. Ding! If you haven't checked out the latest episode of the IS Career Mode, go ahead. We go ahead and showcase Leon Bailey. Go ahead and click right there. Ding! Anyway, my name is B-. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Stay yourself. Stay humble. Be weird.